And it's not really a shock because everybody that know she got talent. But Sha'carri Richardson finally got the world championship title. Yes, sir. Woo-wee. She went out there and ran. And listen, everybody that knows me know track is like, I know a lot about sports, but track is one of the loves of my life. So track's been in my family for years, from when we was young, to my sister, to me, to my brother. My nephew's a national champion. My girlfriend run. Like, I coached track for years. So track and field is a big thing in my life. So today it was the women's 100-meter final. Yesterday it was the men's 100-meter finals. But today, she shocked the world. Sha'carri Richardson finally won a world title, won a major championship title. Man, and she did it from lane 9. She didn't even get in the automatic qualifying into the final. She actually got third in her heat. Terrible start. And if y'all been watching Sha'carri since she's been in college, once again, you know that the talent is there. She broke the collegiate record in 100, 10:75. She had a little hiccups as a pro, some things with smoking weed, which, I ain't going to get too big on it because I don't think weed is a big deal. But then she's also just got into an unfocused stage where she wasn't really focused on running. It was kind of more everything else going on in the world. And, she young. So, listen, today, from lane 9, and like I said, the way she ran the USA championships, she ran faster in the first round than she did in the second round. Then she ran slower in the finals. She still won. But I guess at World Championships, they said, listen, let's taper off. Let's just get through the rounds. Because I want to say her first round, she ran like 10:94 or 10:90 something. Easy run. Not a bad start, but kind of a average start. Sha'carri really doesn't have just your next level start anyway. But then in the second round, But then in the second round, I was scared for her because that start was one of the worst starts I've seen from an elite runner in a long time. And maybe it was nerves being in between two champions and, just the pressure. But somehow, I ain't going to lie to you, and if you know anything about track, when Sha'carri get rolling, her top end speed is unlike no other. Once she come out of her drive phase and she decide for acceleration, she pulling people down. But I gotta be honest, I was a little disappointed because I'm like, going in the finals, man, if she don't get a good start, no way she's gonna be able to pull Shericka Jackson, Shelly Ann Fraser down like that. So I don't know what Dennis Mitchell, her coach, said to her. I don't know what her teammates said to her in between the semifinal round and the final round, but somebody put a fire in her ass. Because even her start wasn't the best, but she got out with everybody. And when you in lane 9 and the heavyweights is in 4 and 5, they can't see you out there. And listen, there were 9 people in the race because the Poland girl and Dina Asher-Smith had a tie for the final spot to get in, like 11:01. So that pushed Sha'carri out to lane 9, which it worked out perfect for her. Because if you give her one lane down, Shericka and them could probably see her. But from lane 9, nobody's seen her. That girl got out, drove. And like I said, once Sha'carri get up and she in her top end position, if anybody near her, I'm going to tell you right now, it's over for you. Cause that feet just turn over. That knee drive is kneeing. She be kneeing. She's actually the perfect example of what top end position should be. Straight up, driving them knees up, stepping down. So shout to Sha'carri, man. And she ran a blistering time. Let's be clear now. She ran 10:65. That's the world championship record. She's still only 23 now. FloJo record. And listen, FloJo's record been around since 88. Listen, I don't know now. We don't know how much better Sha'carri will get. But if she do just get a tad bit better and she work on that start and just get a little bit better, world record going to be on notice. And Sha'carri was like this big, you got to think, I've never seen a superstar in track and field so big who actually never really won a major championship. Like most of the big celebrities in track and field, which most track and field people, they go in a regular place. Regular people are not gonna know them. You gotta really actually know track and field. But Sha'carri's one of the few that she just really blends with the hip hop culture, street culture. I mean, any culture. Everybody's gonna know who Sha'carri is. She's just a big figure in sports. So I can only imagine now, after her winning this world championship, how big she's going to get. I see it coming now. People about to start throwing, because listen, she's already marketable. Because she going to talk that talk, even though sometimes I think she could kind of taper it down. But you win a world title, and you already a superstar. Is over. The biggest track and field superstar female that I've ever seen in my lifetime was Marion Jones. Like literally, Marion Jones was a rock star when she was in the sport. Any and everybody can tell you that. There has not been a bigger female athlete in track and field bigger than Marion Jones at her peak. I'm not saying she didn't have a long run. We all know what happened. But she was a superstar. I just seen the Balco documentary. Tim Montgomery was saying she was getting $1 million. She was making $3 million a year, but she was getting 6 figures just to show up to a meet. That's unheard of. It's a lot of track and field athletes who don't have 6-figure contracts in a year. She was getting that just to show up. So I see Sha'carri about to be a real superstar. I mean, Patrick Mahomes, LeBron James level. I know that sounds weird, but she's solidified her superstardom with this win. Going into next year's Olympics, because Olympics is next year, she's going to be the most talked about athlete. Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone is big right now. A Thing Moo is big right now. Shelly-Ann Fraser still big. Sharika still big. But I don't think nobody's gonna be more talked about than Sha'carri Richardson. You see, I got my Cowboy jersey. Shout to Dallas, D-Town. I know y'all going crazy for y'all hometown girl. So listen, I've been up and down with Sha'carri. I'm being honest. I've been up and down with my opinions on her. I ain't gonna be phony and say I always went for, but I did. Me and my girl was talking. I did think she was gonna medal, and we both said she might can win this motherfucker. So I wasn't going against her at all because I know the talent she got. I just knew Sharika had like this real good year, so I was banking on Sharika, but I had her finishing second. So it was close. I had her Sha'carri finishing second, so she finished first, man. So salute to her. Salute to Noah Lyles winning the men's 100-meter. You already know VA stand up. He from Northern Virginia. Shout to my man Grant Holloway. You know Grassfield. Stand up. Chesapeake. Stand up. He won his third title in the 110 hurdles. I'm trying to think who else have won that I want to give a shout out to. Yeah, it's been exciting 3 days, man. If you love track, you're excited at this time. And granted, got weird times when it come on. But I got Peacock, so I can rewatch it, watch it. But if I don't watch it when everybody else is watching, I don't go on social media because, good God almighty, people gonna spoil it for you. But like I said, shout out to Sha'carri Richardson, man. You deserve it. You earned it. You talk your shit all year. You said you doing it for you. You did it, god dang it. She about to be in the money. She about to be in the money. So it's